Dragon Ball fans, if you've been keeping up with the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero news, you may know what I'm about to say, but in case you haven't, I'll tell you. Apparently, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero will be releasing on October 1st, 2024. Or at least that's what the leak says. But I'm here to talk about if I think this leak is fact or cap. And I'm not gonna lie, personally I was leaning towards cap, but it seems like a lot of people think it's true. I'm your boy Kaizen, make sure to like and subscribe and enjoy the video. Let's get into it. So firstly, let me just read out the tweet that kind of went viral. I think it was the first one. It's by Super Chronicles on Twitter, great news source for Dragon Ball stuff. Although they have said stuff where it didn't end up happening. For example, they said that one V-Jump scan wouldn't get a trailer a couple months ago, but still a good source and they wouldn't lie on purpose. So let's read the leak. It says, leak, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero will be releasing on October 1st, 2024. Source, and then tag someone in a YouTube video. Now since then, a lot of people have come out saying there's a lot of reason to believe that this is true. For example, if you look at the release dates for Budokai Tenkaichi 1, 2 and 3, all three of them come out in October, which by the way, that kind of blew my mind, like all three of them released in October. Budokai Tenkaichi 1 came out October 6th, Tenkaichi 2 October 5th, and then Tenkaichi 3 October 4th. And each one getting earlier and earlier, so October 1st makes sense. And that honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of surprised me. Like all three games coming out in October, and it's already been confirmed that Sparking Zero is a Budokai Tenkaichi game. It is basically Budokai Tenkaichi 4, and that is why a lot of people call it that. It is the successor to it. So that does match that pattern. But what else? Well, another thing that's really major to know is that Dragon Ball Daima, the next Dragon Ball series, and I believe it's going to be canon, but we'll see, that will be releasing on autumn 2024, basically October. So we could have Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and Dragon Ball Daima at the pinnacle of their hype, or I guess at the initial hype, at the same time in October. And it makes sense, you know, they kind of want to optimize the hype, like the game and the show going off each other's hype, you know. It will get people excited and like in the mood for more Dragon Ball content. Like, I don't know about you, but when I watch a show or a movie, I want to play the game about that show or movie. And when I'm playing a game, I want to watch the movie or show about that game. Like I started watching Star Wars recently, and straight away I downloaded Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So it could be that that's what they're trying to do. Also, funny enough, just before this leak came out, a reviewing company or some kind of rating company from Singapore came out and said that they expect the game to come out in 2024. And at first that surprised me, but then when this leak stuff came out, it kind of adds up, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and by the way guys, the actual data miner, or data miner, whatever you pronounce it as, his name is Sergio M3, and it turns out he has a good history about anime game leaks. For example, he did Shinobi Strikers and Jump Force DLC leaks, and it ended up being true. So that shows that he is somewhat trustable at the very least. Now, putting all that leak stuff to the side and actual news, let me see why I feel like it also could make sense in general besides leaks, and then I'll say if I think this is all fact or cap or not. So, as you know, Dragon Ball Daima is coming out in October, but why is Dragon Ball Daima coming out then? Well, it's the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball as a whole. Well, specifically in November, but anime always comes out in October, the full season. And of course, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero being the biggest Dragon Ball game project, you know what, maybe even the biggest anime game project altogether in recent years, recent decades even, it would make sense to release it in line with the 40th anniversary with the anime. I could even see them releasing some kind of anniversary edition of the game. On top of that, following the trend of us getting like leaks and scans and then getting a trailer right after and some kind of big news headline relating to the leaks, we do have Summer Games Fest coming in, I believe, 3 weeks, and Bandai Namco is confirmed to be on there. And you already know Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is going to be one of the biggest games on there, well, mainly for Bandai Namco, but maybe in general as well. Like, there's not too many big games in comparison to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. There's a couple, but you know what I mean, maybe Kingdom Hearts 4 or something. But yeah, that's bound to get a trailer. And with all these trailers coming out every month, we keep saying, are we going to get a release date? Are we going to get a release date? And an event as big as Summer Games Fest, we're getting a trailer for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And with all this news and leaks about, you know, the release date, I feel like this is the one where we get a trailer. And I do feel like now in May we're going to get a trailer first for the recent leaks, but in June, in Summer Games Fest, we'll get a separate trailer. I feel like the June one is where we'll get the release date. Now, do I think that it's fact or cap that we're getting a release date for October 1st? Well, there's layers to the answer. I feel like all this leak and news stuff, it isn't fake. I feel like it's legit. But that doesn't guarantee that we'll get the game in October 1st, 2024. And let me explain what I mean by that. What I do think is that is the earliest we can get the game, but it's too soon for them to be certain. For example, look back at a game like Xenoverse 1, which, while it was a big project at the time, it's clear that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero dwarfs that in size of like effort and hype and everything. And that game was delayed. Not only was it delayed, but it was delayed very close to the original release date, as in when they announced the delay. It was delayed by like a month or two. Some of you guys might remember, this was in like early 2015. I think it went from February to March 2015, or January to February or something like that. So if that can get a delay, I wouldn't be surprised if Dragon Ball Sparking Zero gets delayed. Not delayed, but just that it won't come out as early as they want, because they want it to be done right. So I feel like October 1st is just them signaling when they would like to get it done, but obviously as they continue to work on it and they find like things to work on, they may say, oh, you know what, we need to work on it a little bit longer, maybe November. And by the way, I'm pretty sure November is the actual anniversary, like specific anniversary of Dragon Ball as a whole, the 40th anniversary, so that could work fine as well. Or they could just go for the holiday season, you know, December, Christmas holidays and shit. Everyone likes to release games and buy games in the holidays. I wouldn't be surprised if they release like a bundle for PS5 and Xbox with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That would be great. Or PS5 Pro especially, because I've seen reports that the PS5 Pro is rumored to release in holiday season of 2024. So I don't know about you, but that makes perfect sense to me. But guys, with all that said, I want you guys to let me know what you think. Do you think it will come out in October? Do you think it's going to come out later than that? Maybe you think it's going to come out earlier than that. And what do you think we're going to see in this month's trailer? Well, we kind of know what we're going to see in this month's trailer, but what do you think we're going to see in the Summer Games Fest trailer next month? Personally, I don't mind how long they take, but now I kind of want it soon because of all this news. It's got me excited. I kind of want it, like, I want to be able to play it in the holiday season. I know I'll smoke all of you guys in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I know I'm going to be playing the hell out of that game. I'm probably going to start streaming once that game comes out on the channel, and I don't know, maybe I'll start a Twitch or something. I do have a Twitch. You guys can check it out on the link below in my description, as well as my Twitter and my TikTok. But yeah, guys, with all that said, like and subscribe. Check out my other videos on screen now. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.